Ladies, I'm here on that show, and man, how about this here on a Monday? Another fantastic back and forth baseball game. First of a 3-game series between the Phillies and the Brewers. Tomorrow they have an off day for some reason, and then they play the final 2 games of this 3-game set, Wednesday and Thursday. But anyways, this was a fantastic game, man. Back and forth, all the way throughout. You didn't know who's going to win until the very end. Well, you kind of did in the bottom of the 9th when Johan Duran was out there. Phillies had a lead, and they went down in order. But yeah, this was a hell of a game, dude. 10-8 Phillies win. This was just a fun back and forth thriller. Milwaukee actually had a 5-1 lead in this game. Scored 5 runs off Tom Walker. But the bullpen for the Brewers has kind of been struggling lately. Once again struggled today. Just a bunch of walks, and the Phillies would capitalize on them. And vice versa. Phillies would issue walks. Milwaukee would make them pay. But this was such a good game, dude. It was 5-1. I'm like, oh, Brewers are going to win this game, which would have been good for my LA Dodgers. Could have been closer to that number 2 seed. But anyways, Milwaukee actually had a 5-1 lead. They scored 3 in the first, 1 in the second. Phillies got 1 on the top of that 4th and 1 in the 5th, or 1 in the bottom of the 4th, so it's 5-1. But then the Mizorowski gets knocked out of the game early again. We'll talk about Mr. Miz here and how the MLB hitters have figured him out. But yeah, it was 5-1, and the Phillies scored 2 in the 5th and 3 in the 6th to take the lead. But then Milwaukee ties it in the bottom of the 6th because of an error by Bryson Stott. But then the Phillies in the top of the 8th take the lead back. Then Milwaukee ties the game back up because Trey Turner couldn't glove the ball. It gets through. You gotta at least knock the ball down there, Tommy. But he doesn't. 2 runs scored. But then the top of the 9th, a controversial 3-2 check swing not ruled a strikeout, which I thought it was, but that's kind of just what I thought, but could be wrong. But the walks really hurt both teams, but it just hurt the Brewers a little bit more. But this was a fun game, dude. Philadelphia, 14 hits, 10 runs, 1 error. Milwaukee, 10 hits, 8 runs, no errors. They had 7 walks, which really helped them stay in this game and get the key hits when they needed them. Especially in the 8th inning, 2 outs, but then they got a few walks and then some hits to tie the game up. But how about both games today? I recapped 10-8 final scores. But yeah, let's go over the scoring by inning. Milwaukee had 3 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 6th, 2 in the 8th. Philadelphia had 1 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, 3 in the 6th, 2 in the 8th, and 2 in the 9th. The Phillies improved to 80 and 58. Brewers dropped to 85 and 54. It's a shame they for some reason, have a day off tomorrow, even though they just started this series. But let's talk about Tom Walker. Somebody's mad like, shit, it's Tom Walker. I thought the bullpen for the Phillies who's ranked 23rd in ERA. I thought besides the 2-out implosion by David Robertson, I thought the bullpen was pretty damn good from Mesa to Robert. Alvarado was shaky, the wild pitches, struggle to find the strike zone. I mean, yeah, that error by Stott didn't help, but he didn't really pitch well there. But Matt Strom, and then Johan Duran. So I thought the bullpen, besides Robertson, and I guess Alvarado, thought they were actually pretty good. But Tom Walker, 4 innings, 7 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts for Tom Walker. Total record. But yeah, Tom Walker's just a total train wreck with this team. Tom Walker shouldn't really be a starting pitcher. I mean, yeah, the Phillies deserve some credit because the writing was on the wall with bad scheduling and clearly a bad Tom Walker game from the beginning. And Jacob Mizorowski wasn't ready with a 5-1 lead, and then suddenly they took it. But Tom Walker, 4 innings. It was not too good. For the Brewers, Missorowski pitched well to start, but then he goes out in the 5th inning and with 1 out. 4.1 innings from Missorowski. 6 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts for Missorowski. After that really good start to the year, he just hasn't been good, man. At most, he's going 5 innings. Most of his outings, he's going like 4 innings, 5 innings. It's just he's not giving you length. Besides the Dodgers game, where he went 4 hits and 1 earned run, he just hasn't been good, man. Like, he's not going long in these games. And I felt the Leafs kind of figured him out. And, remember when the pundits were putting him on their top 10 list for starting pitchers after like 3 or 4 outings? And one thing, I don't understand why he can't get his shit together and pitch beyond the 4th inning. Maybe cut down the fastball usage. I would love to see him use the changeup more, mix up the pitches more. No, stop throwing 2, 3 fastballs in a row. And look, he got the All-Star nod because everybody else declined it. Jacob Missorowski didn't ask to be in the All-Star game. So I'm not putting that on him. That's just all the other pitchers declined it. I mean, there's nothing else you can do. But he had a 5-1 lead in the 5th with a number 7 batter up and a 2-2 count. Change up, slider, ball forward. One out later, he's out of the game with 2 runs in. He throws like 99, 100. Just challenge the batters, like, as well. You ought to challenge these freaking batters. I know people are like, oh, the 4-game sample size wasn't enough to really make him All-Star. He didn't ask to be an All-Star, guys. I mean, he would pay attention. But 4.5 ERA now. Pitch good to start, but as usual, it falls apart in about the 4th, 5th inning. If he doesn't have a blow-up 1st inning. So yeah, both starting pitchers. Missorowski was good, but then he just struggled there in the 5th inning. And his ERA now up to a 4.5. Let's go over the bullpens. Aaron Ashby, 0.2 innings, no hits, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. Nick Mears, 1 inning, no hits, 1 inning, 2 hits. 3 earned runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Jared Cohen, 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Shelby Miller, 0.0 innings, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, no walks, no strikeouts. He went out of the game with the trainer, and he felt something pop in his elbow. That's not good. Not good, man. He felt something pop. That's not good. That might be season-ending injury. Might have to get Jimmy John surgery. Or, excuse me, Tommy John. So they need to bring in Rob Zastrinzen. Oh, Jesus, not this name again. Zastrinzen. Who? 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, no strikeouts. And Abner Uribe, who had not given up an earned run in 19 straight appearances. He goes 1 inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, and 1 strikeout. That controversial. Not getting that strikeout on that 3-2 pitch. Looks like a swing right there, I thought, by JT Realmuto. But I guess I'll give him credit for taking the walk there, even though I thought that should have been a strikeout. And manager got ejected from the game. But tomorrow is actually the Brewers' first day off since August 14th. Believe it or not. But I thought the MLB kind of screwed the Brewers right there. But the Brewers' bullpen's actually been pretty damn good, but they've been struggling on the struggle bus lately. They need to pick it up. And let's go to the Phillies bullpen. Tim Meza, 1 inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. Bringing Daniel Robert for 0.2 innings, no hits, no runs, 1 walk, no strikeouts. Jose Alvarado, 0.1 innings, no hits, no runs, 1 walk, no strikeouts. Matt Stram, 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, and he strikes out 2. David Robertson, 1 inning, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Started off good, got the first 2 outs there via the strikeout, but then 2 walks, and then I think a walk, a hit, walk, 2-run single. And then Duran, 1 inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Takes the Brewers down in order to end the ball game. Let's go over your offenses here. Trey Turner, 2 for 5, 2 RBIs. Schwarber, 0 for 4, and a walk. Man, he ain't done much since his 4-homer game. The MVP. People were claiming after he had a 4-homer game. What's he done since then? What has he done since that? 1 for 3, 0 for 4, 1 for 4, 0 for 4. Man, ain't playing Atlanta now. So he'll go back to the player he is. He ain't the MVP just because he hits a lot of homers. Harper, 2 for 5, an RBI with a solo homer. Realmuto, 0 for 3 and a walk, 2 runs scored. Marsh, 4 for 5, an RBI. Bader, 3 for 5, 3 RBIs. Let's give some credit to Marsh and Bader here at the bottom of the lineup. A combined 7 for 10 with 4 RBIs and scored 4 runs. Kepler, 0 for 2, 2 walks and an RBI from Kepler. These bitch love Sosa. 1 for 3, an RBI. And Stott, 2 for 4, an RBI. I mean, that's good credit at the bottom of the lineup here. Marsh, Bader, Kepler, Sosa, Stott. They got 10 combined hits here at the bottom of the lineup with 7 RBIs. So credit the bottom of the lineup here of the Philadelphia Phillies. What is happening? Turang, 2 for 3, 2 walks and RBI with a solo homer. Another homer for Turang. Churio, 0 for 3, a walk and an RBI. Contreras, 2 for 5, scored 2 runs. Yelich, 0 for 3, 2 walks. Bowers, 0 for 3. Pinch hitting Vaughn, 0 for 1. Pinch hitting Collins, 1 for 1, 2 RBIs. Perkins, 1 for 4, a walk, 2 RBIs. Frelick, 2 for 5. Durbin, 1 for 4, a walk, and RBI with a solo homer. And Ortiz, 1 for 5. So now let's go over your scoring summary, and then the pitching matchup for Wednesday's game, as tomorrow is an off day. Kind of weird for to have an off day, and then after that, second and third games of that series. But bottom the first, 2 Rain homers, and then Perkins with a 2-run double. Bottom of the second, Durbin homers. Top of the fourth, Harper homers. Bottom of the fourth, Churio sac fly. Top of the fifth, Turner triples. Top of the sixth, Bader double. Kepler sac fly. And the bitch loves Sosa with an RBI single. Bottom of the sixth, error by Stott to score Durbin. Top of the eighth, Bader doubles and Stott doubles. Bottom of the eighth, Collins singles to tie the game. And then top of the ninth, Marsh singles and Bader singles. And 10-8, Phillies win. So, hell of a ball game, man. A lot happened. Miz hit another mid-inning roadblock. Shelby Miller got hurt, and there were fireworks in the ninth inning. It's just the leadoff walks really killed the Brewers today. And a huge missed call there, I thought, as well. But you gotta give credit to the bottom of the lineup. Specifically, I thought of Philadelphia really doing the damage in this one. But yeah, this is a fun game, dude. 2 fun baseball games. But tomorrow's an off day, and they'll be back Wednesday. So game 2 of this 3-game series, Aaron Nola versus Jose Quintana on Wednesday at 7:40 Eastern. So yeah, that's really all to say here. Leave a like and subscribe for more. Peace.